G'day, g'day, g'day. Vlad the Impaler of your mum here. How's it going, mate? So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be reviewing LikeAdoctor's Petard Rush and just giving a little bit of advice how to make it a little bit better. We all know I'm not the Viper, I'm not Hera, I'm not the best player in the world, I'm not Poop Lord, the king of memes. I'm just Vlad the Impaler of your mum. So we'll be able to give him a few tips here and there. So let's get this started. Move it up to warp speed. That's a 3 times fast forward. And how many he's got here? He's got 7 on food. He's got his one villager building the 2 houses. Lewis the boar. Everything looks fine so far. He's got his woodcutters. Lewis his second boar. So he's got 6 there, that's not too much of an issue. He's got 3 stone cutters. He's got his 7 on goats. He's up to 8 on the wood, 3 on stone. And the rest are all on food. Building his folwark with the 7 farms. Going up to feudal age. Alright, let's see what he scouted. Okay, so he scouted the area over his stone. So if it was me, I would aim to put either a castle here, 1 square away from the wall, or here, 1 square away from the wall. Okay, so he's already hit feudal. He's building his 2 buildings, 2 on each one. That should get him a quick transition from feudal to castle age. Ramp the speed back up. He scouted everything he needs to. So here we have enough stone already before he's even researched up to the sea. So at about halfway to castle age is where we want him to move his villagers from there to here, dropping the castle. So this is what he can see. If I was him, I'd just keep ducking the scout in and out of there, see what's going on. So he should be leaving at about now. So as you can see, he's got well and truly more than enough stone for a TC and a castle. And he's probably going to reach castle age well before his villagers get there. So we'll put it on double speed. I wish my computer could zoom out a lot more. I'm looking at buying an affordable gaming computer. So if we just pause it here, we can see he's got a bit of prep. He's got his scout there. He's got a spearman there. He's encroached on the space here. So if it were me, I would just kill the scout, ignore the spearman, walk forward and put a castle there about 1 square away from the wall and just keep clicking it up, ignoring any of the feudal age attacks that happen to those villages because they are loomed and there's like 11 or 12 of them. So that's what I'd do. You see he's already in castle age. He could be building the castle right now, but instead he's still making his way over. It wasn't too bad, but with a petard rush, the whole thing is you want to be able to move in quickly, encroach on their space, and fuck stuff up really fast. So he's built a tower. You might even get the tower up before the villagers build it, which might happen anyway. That's just a militia, not a man-at-arms, so I would have just ignored him. And just sent all the villagers there. Build, 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 build. Get that castle up before the tower. Then he's wasted stone and he'd probably lose more villagers. Oh, it's just a little bit too slow. But all in all, not too bad. Just the one big mistake was building the castle back here instead of right here encroaching on all this space, almost taking out the stone it would. Not that he'd know that, because that's what he can see. But all in all, a good result. Luckily, he is a bit of a better player than Red. So Red just wasted some military, he wasted villager time. These villagers are just standing here under castle fire. He's lucky not to have lost more villagers there. So that's how we go there. Builds his stone mining camp. Let's have a look back here. So Red's putting in a double stone wall as a defense. I'm not sure that's going to help him too much. So back here, LikeAdoctor's got 6 farms. It's okay, his eco will expand as we go on. The petard rush sort of relies a bit on a bit of market abuse. So he's building a petard. Okay, he's actually doing that a bit quicker than I thought. So red is only going up to castle age now. So this is looking really good for LikeAdoctor. You want to put the petards into the castle straight away. He fixed that mistake really fast, which is all you can ask for. Red might not have even seen the petards. So red's going heavy on stone. So he's probably going for a defensive castle, which is what you want to happen as a petard rusher. You want the enemy to go for a defensive castle so you can petard it down. So LikeAdoctor's building a second castle. This is where he should have built the first one, but not a problem. His stone's well protected, and red isn't really reacting too well to it. So red's eco is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 farms, despite having the cheaper farms. Blue's eco is back up to 7 farms. His berries are almost all gone. He's got a lot of wood. He could have at least another 8 farms, I say. How many petards he's got? He's got 4 petards. The only thing is you want the petards moving into this castle just so they're ready to use when you need them a bit faster. It's got Orbok. Not necessarily a bad thing, especially since I think the Teuton's special ability research that they can get is rams that are a little bit stronger, so that's really nice. Red isn't really doing anything to defend this except for hopefully getting a castle. Now he's repairing the wall, not a good move because it's within castle range. I don't know what he was thinking sending a villager to do that. These villagers I think are miners, they just got stuck on each other. Back over here, yep, we're starting to build more farms. That is much improved on previous efforts. Defensive castle, okay. That's very clever. LikeAdoctor's he built his second castle, he shot through the wall. Red tried to fix it, but I mean, you can't fix stuff in castle fire. Red is very... oh no, red's losing a few villagers. This villager here is very lucky. Oh my gosh. See, this is an imperfection here, but losing 1 Orbok isn't a big deal. And it's paid for itself because red's lost a few villagers to an Orbok here. Very nice. This is LikeAdoctor's big mistake here. When you build a castle, he's lucky because the red castle's just attacking the blue castle. But you've got to be careful you don't move your villagers into the castle range. Now if you don't have castle range indicators, they really do help, because you can see when they're in the zone. That's not a huge mistake. Losing 1 villager wouldn't have been a big deal. Straight away, as soon as this castle's up, you want to have the petards queuing in this castle, which he did do. Amazing. That's very good. He's already got 5 petards. He's building a petard at the moment, and 2 villagers at a time. Let's have a look back at his eco. Now his eco is going a lot better. Still, he could use more farms. But that is pretty good actually. That's pretty good. Much improved on past efforts. This castle's half dead. Now his castle is attacking this castle here. The problem is he's petard rushing. So we see this house here is already damaged a bit. He should have been attacking this house here with both castles. That way when he does spit out the petards, which are quite expensive, they don't have to stop at this house to destroy it. They can march straight through the castle, straight through to the town centre. But so far it's not a bad effort, but there's definitely room for improvement. He's building a 4th castle. Here we go, boom, dead. TC's almost done. Now let's look what red has. Red has 17 stone, so he can't repair it a whole lot. He's going back out to mine stone, even though it's quite a dangerous place. Those villagers will most probably walk into castle fire. Switch back to Blue's view. Alright. He's got enough petards to take down the TC, but a bit of caution is a good thing. You don't want to waste petards because they're so damn expensive. Dead. So at this point, Blue's eco is pretty good, especially when compared with Red's eco, which is almost non-existent. Red doesn't look like he's hitting Imperial. He's abandoned his base. He took out the siege workshop, which is the goal. When you're doing a petard rush, you want to take out their TCs, their castles, and their their siege workshops. That way they can't really take out your castles and stuff very fast. So this is good. So let's have a look at the vill count, because at this stage the game is practically over. Red's got 22 villages to Blue's 80, which means Blue has created a frick ton, I wanted to say the other word, more villages. And it shows with his farms. Where Red is practically crippled, nowhere near Imperial Age, no eco, no military, and nothing going for him. At this stage, any criticism of Blue isn't really relevant because the game is over, and when you know the game's over, you just play a little bit lazier. You don't focus on things as much because you know it's in the bag, and you just play safe. You just sort of make sure that they can't get to a position where they get the upper hand. And LikeAdoctor's probably feeling quite good about himself. He's going up to Imperial Age, and at this point he's probably getting ready to transition into Winged Hussar. Red's building 2 TCs, so he's trying to look to boom a little, but it's really too little, too late. Blue's being cheeky and mining this stone now. Red's got a few priests, but those priests aren't going to do anything effectual. This tower's going to go up, and he might even lose them. Oh, there we go. Let's triple fast forward. So well done to LikeAdoctor. Stunning win. And now he's just wrapping up the game. He's got his trebs. So when you get trebs, they're one of the most important units of the game. And if you get trebs before the opponent, if you can keep those trebs alive, you can do a lot of damage really fast without incurring damage yourself. Blue's building another castle in his base. At this point though, Blue would be wondering, where is Red? A giveaway is when you look at the map and there's farms. You know, you didn't build those farms. Red are rebuilding there. Red's base is completely dead. So off he goes. He moves the... Oh, he doesn't move the trebuchets, but he will soon. So over here, you see he's building 4 hussars at a time. So this game's about to be snuffed out. Now, he has his trebs here. You see town centre, castle, town centre. You really want to move those trebs up close, and you want to defend them. It won't make a difference in the game, but just as a general principle. So Red is literally attacking his trebuchets with villagers. These oboks could be guarding the trebuchets, but they aren't. And he loses a trebuchet. Not the end of the world, but it is for Red, because Red is now dead as a doornail. No chance of rebooming, no chance of getting into the game. And we'll just do LikeAdoctor justice by showing the end of the game. It's nice to mop up the last few villages and just enjoy that last part of the game where the game is won and you know it, and you're just finishing off the buildings and the military and the last few villages. Gotta love that last part of the game. So thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And I'll just quickly go over the stats. Look at the timeline. Utter domination by blue. From the time he hits castle onwards. The petard rusher, though was not being perfect, was effective in this case. He kept his eco going, even if he built up way too much wood at the early stages. He double walled, which is okay and it's good, especially if you don't know what the enemy has, because they could come in with some military, couple petards of their own, and some knights could totally change the game. He fortified the wall, very safe. Red built a market over there, I'm not sure why. Seems a long way to walk just to build a market. But utter domination, but a few things to learn from. I hope this video helped. If you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments and have a great day. See you next time. Bye.